Released in 1992 by Konami, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4. Turtles in Time is often regarded as one of the best beat-em-up games of the Super Nintendo era. A follow-up to the arcade hit Turtles in Time, the SNES version brings fast-paced combat, vibrant graphics, and a fun, time-traveling story into your living room. For fans of the series or classic action games, it's a must-play title that perfectly captures the spirit of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The game opens in New York City, where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, are watching a news broadcast from April O'Neil. Suddenly, the transmission is hijacked by Shredder, who brazenly announces that he's stolen the Statue of Liberty right out of the harbor using Krang's massive android body. Determined to reclaim the statue and stop Shredder's latest evil plan, the Turtles leap into action. You move from stage to stage, visiting iconic periods and locales, from the streets of New York City to the prehistoric age and even the future. It's fun, whimsical, and perfectly suited to the over-the-top world of the Turtles. Gameplay is classic side-scrolling beat-em-up action. You can pick your favorite turtle, each with slightly different attack styles, and use punches, kicks, throws, and special moves to defeat waves of enemies. The game encourages cooperation in two-player mode, where teaming up with a friend doubles the fun and the chaos. You can toss enemies back and forth, coordinate attacks, and pull off special combo moves that make multiplayer sessions extremely satisfying. Controls are tight and responsive, which is essential for a fast-paced beat-em-up. Each turtle feels agile and weighty in just the right way, making jumping, attacking, and throwing enemies feel precise. This is especially important in later levels, where enemy patterns become more complex and timing is key. The game also includes environmental interactions, like hurling foot soldiers straight out of the screen toward the player, or riding the iconic turtle in a time sled sequences, adding a fun layer of variety to the core combat. Graphically, Turtles in Time is one of the SNES's most impressive beat-em-ups. The sprite work is large, colorful, and incredibly detailed, capturing each turtle's personality perfectly. The enemies are equally well designed, from standard foot soldiers to Shredder's various henchmen and giant boss characters. Backgrounds are lively and diverse, reflecting each time period you visit, and dynamic sequences, like surfing through the sewers or racing through futuristic cityscapes, remain visually stunning even decades later. The soundtrack is another highlight. Composed by Konami's in-house team, it blends catchy, upbeat tracks with driving action music that keeps the momentum high throughout the game. Each stage has its own theme, perfectly matching the environments and the fast-paced gameplay. Sound effects, from the clang of punches to the shouts of enemies, feel punchy and rewarding. It's a soundtrack that's still remembered fondly by fans today. Boss battles in Turtles in Time are creative, challenging, and full of character. Each boss requires pattern recognition and strategy rather than button mashing, and the diversity keeps encounters exciting. From Rocksteady and Bebop to the final showdown with Shredder himself, the bosses feel epic and satisfyingly tough without ever becoming unfair. If there's a minor criticism, it's that, like many beat-em-ups, the game can be somewhat repetitive in longer single-player sessions. Some enemy waves feel familiar after multiple stages, and the game's linear nature leaves little room for exploration. However, the time-traveling levels, variety of enemies, and tight combat mechanics more than make up for this. In conclusion, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4: Turtles in Time is an absolute classic. It combines precise controls, fun combat, memorable visuals, and fantastic music into one of the SNES's most enjoyable beat-em-ups. It's easy to see why fans of the series and retro gamers alike hold it in such high regard. Whether you're revisiting it for nostalgia or experiencing it for the first time, Turtles in Time delivers a fun, chaotic, and incredibly satisfying action experience that stands the test of time, much like the heroes in a half-shell themselves.
Cowabunga!